What's up, kiddos? We're back with another video. Yeah, this quarantine stuff, man, it's not fun. I mean, I'm not actually quarantined, I guess you could say. I'm still fortunate enough to have a job and go to work at the same time, as it is terrifying, just because nobody's really taking it serious. But yeah, I'm fortunate enough to work and go out and interact with, you know, the people that I work with. Obviously 6 feet apart, but still interacting, which is cool. But I just want you guys to know that that's why it's been kind of hard to post lately, and that's why I have been streaming so much recently, is because it's hard to just make videos when you're not out doing things or nothing's happening. Like, all that's really happening in the world right now is the coronavirus. And you guys, I'm sure, have heard enough about it to where I don't need to sit here and make a video about it. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm rock with me. Bear with me, be patient with me. It's kind of hard to make videos right now because I'm trying to change my dynamic from me just sitting here talking to you guys to me going out and actually doing things. It's just been really hard because of everything that's going. It's been impossible because of everything that's been going on. But anyways, today's video is going to be the first video of a series I am going to start. And the series is going to just basically be a bunch of story times. That's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it story times. And this will be the first video. And what this video is going to be about is basically how my love for baseball grew as I got older. And how I became, you know, how I started to love baseball. But, alright, I guess we can get into it. Excuse my room, it's a mess right now. I'm gonna have to clean it. I should have cleaned it before this video, but you know, I just got off of work and I just want to record this so that once I clean my room, I can just chill for the rest of the night. But we're gonna do the story time. So I started playing baseball when I was about 3 or 4. I started in T-ball, and of course I don't remember that very much. I remember what team I played for. I played for Albans TV. I was number 24, and for those of you who don't know, my favorite number is 24. And I was a real big Champ Bailey fan. That's how that came about. And my very first jersey number was 24, and I've loved 24 ever since then. So I started playing T-ball. I played for Albans TV, and Albans TV was a business in Lamar a long time ago. And they sold like furniture, DVD player, like just a bunch of different stuff. And that's who I played for. I played T-ball for 2 years, I believe it was, and then I started playing pitching machine. And of course in T-ball, I don't remember it very much. I don't know what it was like. And in T-ball, it's not really, you kind of just play for fun. I think in T-ball, everybody gets to hit, whether like there's no outs, you don't really keep score. So T-ball is just for fun, and I don't really remember T-ball. And then pitching machine came about, and I remember pitching machine. I don't remember who I played for, but pitching machine was kind of different because pitching machine, with T-ball, you set a ball on a tee and you hit it. That's why it's called T-ball. Pitching machine, there was a pitching machine, very self-explanatory, and it pitched it to you. And I was always really scared, but, you know, I was like, whatever, I want to play baseball, blah, blah, blah. So pitching machine, I started when I was 7, I think it would be. 7. I played pitching machine for 2 years, I believe it was. And I mean, I loved it. That's when I like first started like realizing, understanding baseball, kind of, and that's kind of when it all made sense to me, kind of how the game is played and what means what and what to do in certain situations. And I mean, I wasn't 100% on it, but that's when I started to understand. And I remember I almost hit my very first home run in pitching machine. I hit a ball and it bounced on top of the fence and then bounced back into the field, and they didn't call it a home run. Um, so that was pitching machine. I played that for 2 years, and I remember I had this buddy Derek, who now lives in Kansas. He moved to Kansas like 8 years ago, and we were really close. His dad and my dad were close friends, and I remember that pitching machine was fun because of that. Because after that, after each game, it was cool because we got like snacks and drinks and stuff. But even after that, I would go hang out at Derek's house, and we'd hang out, and we were teammates and we were friends, and it was a lot. It was a lot of fun. And then after pitching machine came minors. In the minor league where you pitch, there was pitchers. It was more getting more real and into the game of baseball. And I remember playing minors against Grenada, and this kid Ryan Keller. Ryan, if you watch my videos, because we're actually like, I still know the guy. Ryan, if you're watching these videos, you single-handedly made me want to quit this sport that I so very much love. We were playing in Grenada, and man hit me in my left elbow because I hit like this, right? God, look at that form. Anyway, so I hit like this, right? And my elbow got hit, and I remember the baseball seams were on my elbow, and it hurt because this dude threw hard. Okay, like for our age, he threw extremely hard, and so I remember I was always so scared after that because I got hit, and I didn't want to play baseball anymore. I was 9 years old, and I wanted to quit. I didn't want to play baseball. I wasn't a fan of baseball. And I told my dad and I told my grandpa, I was like, yo, I don't want to play no more. I'm done with baseball. I'm going to move on to a different sport and focus on a different sport. It's not I hate it. And they both told me, play one more year of baseball. Just play it one more year. And if you like it, then you like it and you can play still. If you hate it, well, you don't have to play no more. So I was like, you know what, whatever. I played another year, and I made an all-star team in 2010. Met my best buddies probably in my life. Met them, and I didn't play. I sat the bench that entire year. So, I mean, surprisingly enough, it was still a lot of fun. Oh, we traveled everywhere. We went to Missouri that year. That was it. That's the only like really out of state place we traveled to. We went to Missouri, and I remember in Missouri, I was our last out of that tournament. I tried to steal third as a 9-year-old or a 10-year-old. It was a 10-year-old. I tried to steal third as a 10-year-old, and I got thrown out, and I was sad. Didn't play all year, but I was definitely sad because I felt that I let my teammates who, became my friends, I let them down. But that was the first year that I really, like, kind of sat back and was like, dang, that was a lot of fun. I want to do this again. And so then, as an 11-year-old, I played baseball again, and we played in the majors. And the majors is basically the same as minors, only the bases are 10 feet further, and the mound, I think, is 15 feet further. I could be wrong. I haven't played baseball in a very long time. It's been like 2 years. But that's when, I started to get, better at baseball. And I started to really love baseball and get closer with my teammates who, like I said, are, family to me today. And that's when I, really started to enjoy baseball, enjoy, being around those guys all the time. And I actually started playing that year for our all-star team. I started in center field, and it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun. Again, we went to when we were 10, we went to Boonville, Missouri, and then at age 11, we went to Sikeston, Missouri, which I don't know how far those are from each other. But it was a lot more fun that year, even because I started playing more and, again, learning more about it and becoming better at the game. And in Sikeston that year, we took, I don't remember what happened. Oh, no, that's right. We went to Sykeston and we won the regional tournament. We won, and we were supposed to go to the World Series, but they didn't have a World Series that year, so we ended up not going. And then, as 12-year-olds, we hosted a state baseball tournament. We hosted our state, and we won state at age 12, and that's when I got, like, my jump from 10 to 11 is nowhere near as big as my jump from 11 to 12 when it comes to skill level. I got way better as a 12-year-old, and we hosted state, and that's the year that we traveled. We had like a baseball tournament somewhere every weekend, and it was the absolute most fun, staying in hotels, playing hide and go seek in hotels, just hanging out every single day. It was a lot of fun. And then we hosted our state, and we won state. So then we went back to Sykeston, and we ended up winning that tournament. And I got MVP. I got 2 MVPs that year. That's when I started hitting home runs. I skipped that. My first home run, I was 9 years old, and we were playing in a Dodge City tournament. And going back, fast forwarding to when I was 12, we went to Sykeston. I was in the home run derby. So was Colton. Shout out to Colton. He won the home run derby in 2011 in Sykeston. But I was in the home run derby, and I made it to the Final Four. So did Colton, and I took 4th. I can't remember if Colton won that year or the year before, actually. It was one of the 2 years. I know he won one, but I remember playing baseball, and we were in a game, and I hit 2 home runs, and it was like that right there was like, damn, like I really love baseball. Like there's no better feeling than that. So then we won at Sykeston, we won the regional tournament, and we got to play in the World Series as 12-year-olds, the 12 and under Cal Ripken World Series, which was in Aberdeen, Maryland. And that's a long way from home. And so our team went to Aberdeen, Maryland, and we won our first game. We were the first team out of Colorado to go to a Cal Ripken World Series, which was really cool. And we were all really excited, and we went and we won our first game in the tournament, 8-7, and we were like, wow, like, we're doing something a Colorado team has never done before. And then we got to our heads, and we lost our next 3 games, didn't make it out of pool play. And yeah, we were done in the tournament like the 3rd day there, and it was a 10-day tournament. But luckily enough, we got to stay there for the whole 10 days, and it was really cool because New York and Washington, D.C., and all those, tour places are right there. They're right next to that. So we all went to go see all those things, and they had events at the field, and that was a lot of fun. And that was the year that I truly, truly realized that I loved baseball. So then we started playing in the 13 prep, and that was on the big field, like the big, like Major League Baseball player fields. Obviously not those fields exactly, but that's when we started playing on there, was at age 13, and, we all started getting closer as teammates and friends, and we all started doing a lot of things together, and we started, playing in more tournaments and just having fun with it. And I think, just kind of fast forwarding to high school, which would be a year and a half later, 2 years later, we were all really excited because it was like we all wanted to win a state title. That was like the dream of high school, and we all thought that we had a very good shot at getting that done. And so we were all very excited once we got to high school and it was time to play baseball. And freshman year, we kind of, there's a freshman team and then there's a varsity team, and some guys were lucky enough to play up to varsity, and other guys, played on JV. And our JV team was really, really good because it was all of us, and we had a guy, Dalton, who throws like 107 miles an hour, and it's just unmatched. In 3A, 100, like how fast, he doesn't throw 107, he threw like 87 at the time, I would say. And that's just unmatched in 3A, really, especially at a JV level, because you're playing teams that, throw 73, 74. And it's just it was a lot of fun. We went like undefeated that year as freshmen, and it was a lot of fun. But then when we all finally started playing varsity baseball, that's when it got really fun, because we were all playing on the same team again, and we were playing against better competition, and we were playing against teams from around where we lived, and we were playing for something bigger than just like a tournament win, I guess you could say. Like, this was more of like, it could go down. It could go down in school history. You get a banner put up if you win state. You get all this stuff if you win state. So playing in the regular season, it was just a lot of fun. Traveling to each place, the bus rides, from the bus rides to having family. I mean, it was family. From having team dinners all the time before the day before we played. It was a lot of fun. And all this made me really love baseball a lot more than what I really thought I did. And sophomore year, unfortunately, we missed out going to the Final Four on a bad call. I will post the bad call. I'll post a photo of it up here. So as you guys can see, the catcher who was reaching for the ball didn't have the ball. That's Tyler. He slid into home plate, and that would have basically won us the game. But the umpire called him out, and it was a terrible call that they didn't overturn. And there were 3 umpires on the field, and they didn't see it. So that costed us a trip to the Final Four. But the game before that, we beat Eaton, and it was like the first time Lamar had beat Eaton in baseball in like 20 years or something crazy like that. So we were definitely, all really happy about that. And then my junior year, we were really good again. We were ranked number 1 in the state for quite some time. And we just kind of choked in state. We were up in a game 5-2 in the 6th, and we ended up losing that game 8-7. As a game we definitely should have won, but unfortunately that's the way things happened, and we didn't win that game. And then we played Lahana in an elimination game, and Lahana put us out, which is never ever ever fun to think about. But then my high school home runs too. I hit 3 high school home runs as a sophomore, and that was cool. I think as a junior I hit 5. I would say I hit 5. So that was cool. And my senior year, I remember going into my senior year, and for some reason my senior year, I didn't think I was going to hit any home runs. I kept telling myself, like, I'm probably not going to hit any home runs this year. And I ended up hitting 6 home runs as a senior, and that was one off of breaking the school record, which was cool for me. I was excited. But we were ranked number 1 in the state pretty much my whole senior year. And then we got to state, and I mean, we won a game, and then we lost to Faith Christian. And then we made it out of the losers bracket, battled back, and we were playing in the state championship. And we got throttled 22-3. Which should never ever be a baseball score, especially for a state championship. But those guys that we played were really good. They had a guy who hit for the cycle with 2 home runs. And for those of you who don't know what a cycle is in baseball, it's when you hit a single, a double, a triple, and a home run in one game. And he hit for the cycle with 2 home runs, and he had like 13 RBIs or something stupid like that. But yeah, and then high school baseball was a lot of fun. Because it was like we all hung out. Our team all hung out like every single day. It was a lot of fun. My senior year came from that's where my best high school memory comes from. We were down in a game 5-4. We were traveling. We were on the road playing in Buena Vista. And we were down 5-4 in the top of the 7th. We played 7 innings, by the way. And if we didn't score a run in that inning, then the game was over and we lost. And it was our league championship. And we were down 5-4, and I came up with the bases loaded, and I hit a grand slam off of the scoreboard, and it was cool because as soon as I hit it, I knew it was out. So I turned around, flexed on our crowd. It was really cool. That's definitely my favorite high school moment. And then I played college baseball for like a day and a half or something, and I hated it and I quit. But yeah, so basically my baseball career ended after basically I graduated. And baseball was a lot of fun. I played it for, 15 years? I played baseball for 15 years, and I'm only 20. So that's three-fourths of my life. That's 75% of my life that I played baseball. And, it was something that I'll never forget. And I met, some of my greatest friends through baseball. And although we don't talk no more as much, I love those dudes. And I'm thankful for them. But yeah, so that's kind of how I grew to love baseball. Just kind of over the years, how and it has a lot to do with my teammates. Baseball was something that I was good at, and so that made it a lot more fun as well. But my teammates, definitely hats off to them, because without them, baseball probably would have been nowhere near as fun. I probably would have just liked it and not loved it. Uh, but yeah, I do miss baseball. I wish I could still be playing baseball, but you know, Dav wasn't good enough to go to the pros, and that's fine. But yeah, that's kind of how I grew to love the game of baseball, and I still love the game of baseball. I think going to the Rockies games and watching Rockies games is so much fun. I would definitely love to coach baseball someday. If I had the opportunity, I sure would. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more story time videos. Literally, I'll talk about anything. It doesn't have to be about baseball. It doesn't have to be about, anything. I'll literally tell you anything, even if it's like confidential. You guys want to know about it, I'll tell you. But make sure you guys like this video, share this video. Shout out to my teammates. You guys, the Oz, Watsy, Max, Tyler, Nick, Brandon, Dalton, Colton, all those dudes, man. Shout out to you guys. Miss and love you folks. But yeah, make sure you like the video, share the video, subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. It doesn't take a lot to subscribe to it. And yeah, stay tuned for the next video, you guys, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Yeah.